What's up everybody, Justin Hawkins here from Triple H Exotics, and we are about to see our first species spotlight. Now today we are going to be featuring one of my all-time favorite snakes ever. A snake with the largest fangs, one of the fastest strikes in the world, and the largest venom yield in the world. So let's get to it.
Warning, never attempt to recreate or reenact anything you see us do here at Triple H Exotics. Everything you see here was performed either by professionals or under the supervision of professionals. Thank you for your support.
Alright guys, so here we go. The beautiful West African Gaboon vipers. Now like I said, these are the West African Gaboon vipers. There's also East African Gaboon vipers. So there's two different types of Gaboon vipers. Now the scientific name for the West African Gaboon vipers, which is what I have here, is Bitis rinocerous. Now the scientific name for the East African Gaboon vipers is Bitis gabonica. Now key differences between the West African and the East African, the Bitis rinocerous and the Bitis gabonica, is going to be that the Bitis rinocerous have bigger nasal horns right here. The East African Gaboon vipers do get those nasal horns, but they don't get near as aggressive looking and as large as these ones do. And also, the triangles right here underneath their eyes here, there's a little gap in front of that triangle and then a smaller triangle in front. So there's like two triangles with a split right here, where the West Africans just have the further back triangle. But either way, the West Africans and the East Africans are both absolutely stunning species of snakes, but the West Africans are just my favorite. I absolutely love those nasal horns that they have. They're just so cool. I'm actually going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit for you guys so you can see those nasal horns a little better. Alright guys, so the West African Gaboon vipers, the East African Gaboon vipers, and then there's also a rhino viper, Bitis nasicornis, which I have a couple of those that you can crossbreed because it's a naturally occurring hybrid, meaning that it happens in the wild, where the Gaboon vipers and the rhino vipers crossbreed and make gabinos, which are absolutely incredible species also. So I'm going to go ahead and throw up a picture of a rhino viper right here, Bitis nasicornis. And then when you breed the Gaboon vipers with the rhino viper, it makes this, the gabino. Alright guys, let's check out their biggest defense mechanism. Alright, so for a defense mechanism, these guys huff and puff like the big bad wolf. So as we get closer to them, that one's going back in his cage. And then you back away out of danger and they calm down. And that right there, guys, just goes to show you that these snakes do not want to harm us. They don't want to hurt us. They're scared of us. They do not want to waste their venom on us. Now you quit. I don't know if you guys could hear that. One of my baby alligators was in there just chirping away. But as soon as I stopped, he stopped. But yeah, these snakes do not want to harm us. They do not want to waste their valuable venom on us. As you saw there, we hovered right over them. They huffed and puffed saying, hey, please get away from me. I am big and bad. I will harm you if I have to. But when given the choice, fight or flight, she went back into her enclosure rather than striking at me trying to bite me or harm me. So that just goes to show you that these guys do not want to harm you. But check out their beautiful coloration. So the beautiful coloration on these guys is just something else. And when they will blend in with the leaf litter. So they will actually get in that leaf litter and just nestle down, and then you cannot hardly see them. And as a matter of fact, I'll throw up a picture right here of what they look like when they're actually camouflaged in their natural environment. So just imagine walking through the forest of Africa. Like, you would have no chance of telling where they are. They camouflage. They are masters of camouflage. Their heads are actually shaped like a leaf. If you look here, and they even have that line down the center like the stem of a leaf. So yeah guys, that's what they'll do. They'll nestle down in there and they will stay in one spot, camouflage like that, as long as it takes. If they have to stay there for over a month, they will. They'll sit like that over a month. Now these guys arguably have the fastest strike in the world. Definitely in the top 2 to 3. The death adder, the gaboon viper, the puff adder, 3 fastest striking snakes in the world in my opinion, and in a lot of professionals' opinions. So they will sit there, and then as soon as a rodent or something, a bird comes close enough, BAM! They smash it extremely fast and extremely aggressive. They just pop and smash that thing, sinking. They're up to 2-inch long fangs. I'll try to show you some fangs at the end of the video here. So they have the largest fangs in the world, and they will, one of the fastest strikes in the world. So if something comes by, bam, they grab it, and they actually hold it up off the ground while they sink those 2-inch long fangs deep into it, pumping venom in. And they have the largest venom yield in the world also. So one of the fastest strikes in the world, the longest fangs in the world, and the largest venom yield in the world. They yield enough venom inside of them at any given time to kill a bull elephant. There's a few snakes that I have that can actually kill a bull elephant, and this is definitely one of them. So after these guys explosively snatch up that rodent or whatever that meal might be at that time, sink those 2-inch long fangs into it, start pumping that venom deep inside of it. They're holding it up off the ground, 1, so they can get that venom pumped in really well, and 2, so that rodent or whatever it is can't kick up off the ground and fight against them. They just kind of take the fight right out of it. They're so strong and explosive, they just smash and then hold it straight up off the ground, standing up, taking their head up off the ground because they're strong enough to do that. These are awesome snakes, and another cool thing about them is that they're heavy right back in here at their tail. See how thick the base of their tail is? So they'll actually use that as an anchor point. These snakes can strike left, right, forward, backwards. They can strike just about any direction because they're so explosive, and they use that base of the tail to hold weight. They will actually hold their feces back there for a long time. They don't go to the bathroom as regular as like your cobras and stuff like that do, because they actually store that up back there and use that as weight, as an anchorage, to be able to strike whatever way they want to. Alright guys, check out this gorgeous girl. Check out those nasal horns, that half black, half pink tongue, and those pink, pretty cheeks. Now something else that's crazy about these guys is that people think she's big, which she is. She's really thick and she's actually really heavy. But the potential for the growth of these things is insane. So she is about 3 foot, 3.5 foot, but she can get over 6 foot long. So imagine this beast of a girl. It's 6 foot long. And when they give birth, they give live birth. They don't lay eggs. They give live birth, and they can give birth 40 to 50 babies at once. So imagine her dropping 40 to 50 baby gaboon vipers. They are just incredible animals. Now maintenance, a lot of people think that they don't use hides. A lot of people think that they don't use water bowls. But I'll tell you, most of my gaboon vipers I've ever had have used hides and water bowls both. And I just keep them ambient temperature around 80 degrees. I soak them. I do not keep them wet. And they do amazing. Alright guys, here is that gorgeous girl that ran away from us earlier. And check her out. What a beautiful snake. Now obviously, these are not pets. These are ambassadors to teach people about these gorgeous creatures. Speaking of that, I'm going to put her away now because I want to keep the stress on these animals as minimalistic as possible. Alright guys, so here is a set of fangs from that smaller gaboon viper. So these are from the smaller one, and look at the size of those fangs. And if you look there, you can see those holes in the tip of the fangs. And they look just like hypodermic needles. And they work just like hypodermic needles. They literally pump that venom out those venom glands right through those holes, right into you. And these fangs are extremely sharp. And like I said, look at how big they are. And these are from about a 3-foot gaboon viper, and they get 6 foot. So these fangs here are about an inch long, and they get twice this size. Absolutely incredible. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the first episode of Species Spotlight. The gaboon viper is one of my all-time favorite snakes. Let me know what you guys thought. Please, any feedback, I much appreciate it. One thing I am going to change though is that I thought this would be a good series that I could do on my own with the camera work and everything. Scratch that. Species Spotlight, I need to get you guys better shots and have more entertainment for you guys. So I'm definitely going to have somebody working the camera for me on next week's episode of the Species Spotlight. So next week we'll have a new species, and we'll also have somebody working the camera again, get you guys a little bit better footage. Also though, in the next couple of days, be on the lookout for a different video. I'm going to be recording a video tomorrow as well, and then dropping that the next day. So be on the lookout for a video the day after tomorrow. And then I have a long weekend coming up too, so hopefully I can get a lot done, get some content made for y'all. So have a great day everybody, be on the lookout for that next video. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, please subscribe, thumbs up button, notification bell, and comment below. I love hearing from all you guys. I appreciate all your support. Thank you so much.